everybody, to another episode of Polite as Fuck. I'm loving this natural lighting. I'm loving this morning vibe. I hope you guys are feeling good this Wednesday.
Welcome to our new subscribers.
Oh, hello guys.
We got a few recently, so that's cool. Yes. We love that.
We do, truly.
Thanks for joining us.
I feel like this is a good episode to tune into because I feel like this is the last one of January.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just really entering in the new year. And I really like reflecting now. I don't like reflecting. I like putting my mind in a headspace where I'm like motivated and excited about the future. And I feel like I haven't been in this headspace in a minute, which I feel like is normal for fall and winter. Like, who the fuck is gonna... I mean, there are people that are like that, but I'm like, I'm not gung-ho about like, yeah, let's get motivated. I'm like, no, I want to hibernate. Yeah. Remember, my nuts. So...
I don't think they know. Remember, my nuts.
Well, you have to go look. So I am feeling like more motivated, more excited, and more like, okay, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do this year. Like, let me start, like, planning and doing something about it.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. And like we said, you can start at any time, but I think the whole month of January is just kind of this, like, getting your ducks in a row, reorganizing. I, like, feng shuied my work area. I'm cleaning out my closet. Just little things that help me feel better.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you can do that at any time. But it's a nice, like, push to do it right now.
Yeah. I find it helpful because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for like my birthday. And I've just decided I want to do everything that I'm doing, but just be like happy about it.
That's good.
And be 30 and then just,
I think it's going to be fun. I feel like it's just being around people that you enjoy hanging out with, going out. Like, I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm just excited to be 30. I feel like I've been in a headspace. We can talk. I'm sure we'll have like a whole episode about it, but I'm sick of being in the headspace of like, oh my God, now I'm just like,
I can't do anything fun.
Yeah, I can't do anything fun. And now I'm just like, bitch, watch me.
Yay, I love that. I feel like that ties in well into what we wanted to talk about today. You had mentioned the woman whose name is escaping me that does, like, activations. She'd started the activations thing, and she was on What We Said, actually, I saw, and Girls Got
she was? Oh, I need to go watch that. I have to go listen to that episode then, because I haven't seen that.
If you guys haven't heard of activations, I think it's a cool concept. I tried it.
You did?
And it...
Oh, no.
No, it's just, like, you really have to, like, get over yourself. And, like, when you're listening to them, because it's almost like someone's telling you affirmations, and I think because maybe I don't have the self-confidence or belief in myself in a lot of things, when I'm hearing someone saying that in my ear, I'm like, okay.
Yes. I was feeling like I might feel that way once I start to. I'm like, how...
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that's maybe another level. Not that I don't want to do them. I think they could be really helpful to, like, listen to someone telling you that, like, you have all this money and you're doing great and you're healthy and you're strong. And it's like, yes, I want those things. I think for myself, right now, I do better when I, like, sit and it's, like, literally a big feat for me to write it down that I believe it. Like... Because I can talk myself out of it in my brain, but if I put it on paper, I'm like, yes, this is what I want. This is what I believe. And I'm sure we'll talk about, like, the thing I sent you on Pinterest, but I did that. And the first question is, like, how much money do you want to make? And I, in my brain, kept going, like, lower because I'm like, well, realistically, like, this is... And I'm like, no, bitch, how much money do you want?
Say it with the chest.
Because that's why I'm just going to stay in this bracket because I don't think that I can have more than that. Because I'm like, well, I'm comfortable. And this is literally all the conversation in my mind. Well, I'm comfortable. I can do the things that I want right now. It's okay. Like, I don't need more.
Yep.
Why? Why can't I want more? I don't think that's a bad thing.
Okay, so many things that just like popped in my brain. First, I feel like it's like listening to an audiobook, right? And if the voices don't match what you had already had in your brain, it's like hard for you to get through it. You can't see the storyline. So I'm like, I don't know if I can handle, like, I made the joke a few episodes ago. I'm like, I can barely handle when my sister is like, bitch, you're beautiful. I'm like, shut the fuck up. How am I going to handle someone saying like, your light shines so bright? I'm like, oh, no, honey, no. Stop, turn it off. But part of me was like so fascinated by it because I'm like, maybe that is what I need. Maybe I do just need to shut up and just play it and laugh through it until I am crying through it, I guess. I don't know. But I was thinking like, okay, well, if I can't do that, what are some other things that I can do? And I've been trying to get back into the gratitude journal, and where it's pretty like basic. Early in the morning, write like 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that you're looking forward to, and then 1 affirmation. When it gets to the affirmation part, I blank. Like I have I have goals, I know what I want, and maybe I can be more like you were saying, like you sit down and actually do it. But for the gratitude, it's like more of like you wake up and it's kind of just like the first things, or sit down. It doesn't need to be this big thing.
Yeah.
And I completely blank. I'm like, I am successful. I don't know. And so question mark. So when I hear them talk about the activations and things like that, I thought, maybe this will provide more like in-depth affirmations that I can be like saying myself. I don't know. It's like I'm still trying to figure that out, but I feel like what's helpful about the episode today is like this is the affirmation, kind of. This is the activation. Like if I really wanted to, I just go back and listen to this, and that should hopefully be enough.
I think it's interesting too how she started doing them, and I really want to remember her name, but like
I know.
just recording voice notes to herself and listening back to them, because I'm like, that's honestly a really good idea. Like if I'm taking the time to write these things down, then taking the time to like talk to myself, because like say it aloud, I think that would be like the next step in really like believing the things that I'm putting to paper, and then listening back to them, because it's like I go on walks and I go on runs and I listen to a lot of other things that are not necessarily, I don't think they're bad things, but it's not necessarily like helping me feel more confident or inspired necessarily.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find her name.
Mimi Bouchard.
Okay. Apparently there's a book.
Oh, wow.
Activate Your Future Self. The Secret to Effortlessly Becoming the Happiest, Healthiest, and Wealthiest You.
Wow.
So I'm going to save that also.
Yeah. It's interesting how the universe works sometimes, and like I can say this because I'm in a good mood, and like I hate saying this out loud sometimes because it feels very religious sometimes and almost like gives myself the ick, but it's like I can't help feeling that it's like when you buy a car that you've never seen before, and then all of a sudden you see it every time you're on the street or on the highway.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I'm like in these good moods where I feel kind of like this like I feel like I'm finally moving. There's momentum in my life. Even if I'm not doing anything different, it just like feels different. Once I have that feeling, it's kind of like I see it everywhere. Like I hear it in the activations, and now I'm like doing the life audit, and it was like not as daunting to do the one that you sent me. So it's like now I'm like seeing it everywhere. You know what I mean? So
it is crazy how the gratitude, like thinking of things that you're thankful for, really does, especially if you do that in the morning, like shift your perspective for the day. Because when I used to do that regularly, it was like also when I was probably in one of the lowest points in my life, and I think that is genuinely what helped me get through it, because I was able to like think about things that I'm like, wow, this is like a good thing in my life, even though everything else feels like it's falling apart. There's still good things. And then you start to see things that way throughout the day of like everything's working out for me. This is great. I'm like, wow, this person did this, or I got this discount, or whatever. Just like little things you're like appreciative of. Whereas when you're thinking or feeling like everything is out to get you and everything sucks and nothing is working out, then that's all you're seeing in your day.
Yeah, truly. Truly. I'm like, literally my life now between like last month or the month before, not a lot has changed. Really nothing has changed except for like my mindset. And now that I have like a little bit of a different mindset, I'm like more motivated to do more things. I don't know. Just so interesting.
It really is.
So should we dive into this little Ellie? Stop.
It's because I call everything little.
I know, but it just feels like, I don't know. I hate it more than I hate when I say like so much. Feels like triggering. Like, little. I'm not little. I'm a big girl.
Sorry. The life vision list?
Yeah.
Or the life audit?
I feel like they're both very similar. It's funny, when I looked at this, the financial one was the first one, and I said, no, thank you. And then I said, career's the next one. God damn it, no, thank you. Recreation. All right, we can start there. That's what I did on the life audit. So I think, I can't remember if I said this last episode. I think I mentioned it before that I really wanted to do like a life audit and a kind of like just take inventory of my life. And so I did it for 2025, where I was like, basically what we did for the episode, like a scorecard of all of these different things, like I mentioned, financial, career, blah blah blah. But then I did it for 2016, and I feel like it helped
2016?
That's what wow, that's where we're at. Literally hate that trend.
We went a decade back.
Far away from 2016, actually.
I did it for 2025, and then I did it for
2016, 2026. Thanks, guys. And I feel like it helped me narrow down some like actual tangible goals. And then this one felt like more like, it's not like a feeling answer. It's no, what's your answer?
Yeah. Yeah. I will be honest, I looked at the wheel thing that you sent me for the life audit, and I was like, I cannot do this. Yeah. I'm sure it's great, but I just did the vision list. I was like, I can't keep reflecting. I think I've reflected enough.
Love that. I think I was so far away from reflection this year that I really needed to.
Yeah.
That was me when I was sitting here and you were watching your show yesterday. Me going, ah! That was me finishing it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I was like, wow, she's into it.
She's really drooling over there.
Meanwhile, I'm watching a murder.
I know, people are getting shot in the background, and I'm like, money, my career is gonna...
I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Okay, well, I do want to start with the life vision list, but I really do not want to start with the first two. So maybe we can start with the recreation.
So there's 7 categories in this life vision list, and there's 2 to 3 questions in each. In recreation, it's asking, what do you do in your free time? And I interpreted this, and I think this is what you're supposed to do. It's like, what do you do in your free time in the future? Yeah. Like, what do you want to be doing in your free time? Yeah. Not what are you currently doing?
Yeah.
So
that's how I thought of it, too.
Okay, what do you do in your free time?
I'm going to use really powerful language here. I will be spending my time doing hobbies and activities that bring me joy while also practicing like a positive like mental practice. I think I enjoy a lot of the things that I do now in my free time. Like I like watching movies, I like watching TV, I like going for long walks, I like reading, I like painting, blah 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 blah. But a lot of the time it's like how I'm talking to myself when I'm doing these things, kind of like how we like self-bully when we're like, oh my god, I haven't done anything, when in fact like sometimes that is something.
Literally so much.
So I think that's a good answer.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong. I'm realizing that I don't have my answers. Would you be able to get my I'm like, what did I say for this? In I think it was thank you. In like kindergarten or something, my mom has this hanging in the laundry room. I wrote, I wish it would rain strawberries because they are good to eat.
That's so fucking cute. Is that why you chose that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, inner child.
Inner child. Okay, so anyway, recreation. What do you do in your free time? Well, this is a new trend. I cook delicious meals
Love.
and share them with people that I love. I think that is a thing that has started to evolve with baking more. Is like, I'm excited to be like, we have banana bread, so eat some. Like, I don't want it to just be like, oh, I made this thing that only I get to have, you know? And I think that that's what will make cooking more fun for me,
I
is
see what you
like
did there.
sharing it with people. I take woodworking classes, which I am signed up for. I coach when I feel like it, and I have fun social outings to attend.
Oh, yours are good. Okay, wait.
So are yours. So what do you mean?
I also said, okay, so I'm trying to balance this in the life wheel that I did, but in my like recreation one too, it was like one of the pie things, or like, wow, I'm not doing a great job of explaining. One of the like sections was pleasure, and I saw this quote, maybe it was a TikTok, who the fuck knows at this point, but it was said, be addicted to your passions, not your vices. And I think that
I love that.
that is something that I'm trying to carry into when I think about like my free time, is like how I'm spending my free time is like I'm addicted to my hobbies, my passions, things that bring me joy, like community baking or more cooking on my end, things like that, rather than like vices. Like I am, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't need to explain that. But yeah.
That's good.
And then do we go? Yeah, what hobbies are you working on? The one thing on my mind right now is more just like food pairing. I don't know
I
why,
love that.
but I'm just like, I
Yeah.
want to go to a winery or not, like a wine pairing class. Like I feel like I am around it so much, and I know what I'm saying only because I've heard other people say it, and I can kind of put two and two together. Like I want like a professional to be like, taste this, then taste this, that is this, and this is that. And I'm going to be like, got it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. And then you can come home and teach me.
Yes. So that is like number one right now, which I feel like is enough for me.
Yeah. Interestingly, there are two that I put on there in addition to like woodworking and playing the piano more. My grandma passed away last year, and she would always send cards for the holiday, and I feel like I want to bring back like sending cards to people. Like, I think that there are certain people in my life who I love and care about, but I don't like call or text them all the time, and I think that that's fine. If I was to see them, it would not be like anything bad. It would be great to see them, but I feel like things like a card for Valentine's Day or something, that's just like thinking of you, whatever, that's a thoughtful gesture. I want to start doing that. And then we talked about this before, of just like planning so much and then never actually doing anything about it. And I have been, in the last few months, I found this YouTuber, and I love watching her interior design videos. And she's like so creative. She tries all these little things, and she talks about like how easy it is to like do this, and if you don't like it, you can do this. And I'm like, I sit here and look at these walls, and I think about like, oh, I want to change the hardware in the kitchen, or I want to like try this thing out, and then it just is like daunting and scary, and I get overwhelmed when I think about like, if I change it and I don't like it, then how much work it's going to be to undo it. But I feel like I want to just try some stuff,
Yes. Yeah. I love it.
So that's a hobby I want to get into, interior design.
I love that. Let's just do financial. Let's just do it. I don't have a number. When
Really?
I think I just don't think I can honestly have a actual number, because I just am not in like a career where that would even make any sense.
Yeah.
Or be something I would even want to share in the podcast, if I'm being honest. But I think that financially, I think that I learned a lot last year, and spent a lot of time doing my budget and practicing like saying no to a lot of things, and saying no to myself sometimes, which I find difficult, and also figuring out a lot of things to do, like by myself. And I think that that was a lot of growth for me. And so I just want to carry those practices in. I think this kind of blends into career, but it goes into how much do you want to make annually? Mm-hmm. I want to make double what I'm making now. And I think that that is totally like possible because I've done it in the past. I just think that I really need to like fucking focus. So that's a number that I can lock in here.
Yeah, I don't know that I also need to be like, here's how much money specifically I'm going to be making, but and it's not because I'm embarrassed at all. I think it's just like, whatever, people, I don't need to justify. But at one point in my life, for a brief stint, I was making more money than I ever have. And didn't know what to do with it. So, like, hindsight, I would do things a little differently. But also, I was like, we would go out to dinner with a group and I'd be like, I'll pay for it. And it wasn't like I'm trying to be like, oh, I have all this money, I want to pay for it. I genuinely loved that I could do that. Mm-hmm. That it could be like, no, like, it's on me, like, I want to pay. Or like doing a trip with my siblings and it's like, I'll get the Airbnb. Like, you guys don't need to worry about it. I want to have that type of freedom financially to where it's like, I can do those things and it's not going to be like, well, now I have months where I need to be under budget to like recoup those costs again. Mm-hmm. I think that is like my motivation in wanting more money is not because I want necessarily, there are things I want for myself, but it is that like ability to pay for things for other people because I love and care about them and I want us to do these things together.
Yeah. For me too, it's a lot of saving. I think that I was really focused on being out. I don't know why I keep going. We don't need to talk about the past, Ellie. We don't need to do that. I just want to be able to save. I have not a lot, but like some big trips that I really want to do this year and like plans that I want to like see be played out. Mm-hmm. And in order to do that, like you do have to earn more and save and spend less. So that's my goal. Is to do that. What does your home look like and where are you living? I liked that this was under financial.
Yeah, I did too.
Because I guess like because you spend so much of your money where you live, I guess. I don't know. I am really trying to hone in on kind of exactly what you were just saying of this mentality of just do it, just try, just see. Also, I want to balance out and be smart about where I'm putting my money. So when it comes to like my house and like what makes me comfortable or my like living space, I don't want to just buy things willy-nilly. So I like that we're like thrifting and looking on Facebook Marketplace and doing things like that. And I'm trying to do that with my space as well. But also just like trying new things, moving things around, being more open to having things. I think I just like get rid of things so quick that I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to look at this anymore. It's gone out of my life. So maybe just like holding on to a little bit more, like finding a different place for for it. Or I might see it in the future, a better place for it. Where are you living? Well, hopefully here. that's
I'm not kicking you out.
That's the goal.
You can stay as long as you like. Yeah, I am also living here. But in my mind, when I'm thinking about this, I'm like, I feel that not that I think our space is unorganized, but it's little things. It's little things that irk me that I'm like, I want to spend the time like building out the storage closet to where I don't have to dig through my tool bag to find a screwdriver. I want to just know where things are. And like, we talked about a hutch and I just want to have a freaking hutch and like have the KitchenAid in a space that's not like taking up counter space. It's like, I'm thinking about, okay, I feel like there will probably always be little projects, but I feel like I put that it's well organized and built out.
Yeah.
And then I just put dumb things. Well, not dumb. I refinance for a lower interest rate. I don't have PMI, so I'm paying that off. Those are the things that I'm like.
That was a crazy word. I've never heard that before.
Because I didn't have 20% to put down on this condo, so I get to pay extra money to show the bank that I am a good person and will pay. So it's really dumb.
I love that. I think too, one of my, in the audit that I did has a comfort like section. And I just am really trying to embrace that too when it comes to like a lot of things in my life, but I think most like important here in like your space and living is like everything that I have has meaning to me, and everything that I have brings me joy, has a feeling, and is comfortable. Like, why in my space do I have things that don't bring me comfort? From anything to like, I don't like my shower curtain to like the pillows I have. Like, that to me, in my mind, like, while I don't want to spend $1 bazillion on, you know, brand new everything in the house, like, that to me is like an investment financially towards like a better life for myself. If I really, really kind of twist it.
No, it is.
So yeah, just having more like comfort. Like, I really want just like a reading chair in my room. Like,
yeah.
just comfortable chair.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
I know, you sitting in the wooden kitchen chair, I'm like, your poor back. It's a good thing you don't like work from home, because you would have real issues,
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe that's why my neck is fucked up. Okay, career. This is also hard. Where are you working? I am working at a different restaurant, and also hopefully working somewhere else, whether it's like 2 different restaurants, maybe it's like somewhere I haven't, like an opportunity that I just haven't gotten a chance to say yes to. But yeah, I actually did an interview at a restaurant recently, and we were just talking about like after the lady and I, well, I guess it's still during, we're still talking, but like we were just kind of talking about like how we had left what we were doing before and how we got into the restaurant, blah, 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 all these things. And talking about like our 5-year goal, which gives me a little bit, like my stomach is kind of like 5 years. Oh my God.
35.
But I was like, I don't really know. And it scares me, but not really. But I also know that I am comfortable in the space that I'm in and willing to kind of say yes to more things like this in order to grow and practice, while also being like open to other opportunities and just being like okay with not knowing what the career future looks like, which is better than being like, oh my God, I'm a piece of shit because I don't know. So
Yeah.
That's that.
Career.
Where
am I working? I'm at a well-established, profitable company that has remote flexibility with in-person options. I enjoy being able to work from home, but I also sometimes am like, I really would love to just go to an office and talk to someone in real life. So ideally, all of those things, they will happen.
I think this next one I took a little bit differently, where it says, what kind of work are you doing? I think I'm really in the headspace right now of just trying to practicing showing up in a good mood. I don't know how else to word it. Like, I think I show up and I'm just like, I hate it here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do any of it. And I think it's kind of, it's obvious. Oh, I don't know if people know this, but I clearly wear my emotions on my face. And like, I don't want to go too deep into where I'm at right now, but it's been really fucking annoying. And I just am frustrated. And so I am like, this is life right now. And like, I just need to change my mindset.
I love that. I was very specific with mine for this exercise, which is interesting because I don't think I've been that way in the past. But with the work that I've gotten to do in the last like year and a half, it's very different than anything I've done before. And as much as I can complain about certain aspects of it, there are things that I really enjoyed with it because it felt like I was solving problems that actually mattered. And I didn't feel like I didn't need to be on social media, which I have always had to be on for my job. I didn't need to like know what's trending. I didn't need to know what people are talking about. Like it literally didn't matter. It was like, how am I helping the business track money and different things? So I put that I'm in a leadership position solving business operation challenges that have company-wide impact, which feels like, wow, I'm really working for the man. But if I can make the money that I want to be making, that's fine with me. That's how I'm feeling.
Then they can work for you, and
Yeah.
they be working for the woman. The fuck? Not working for the man. You are setting yourself up. Sometimes you gotta.
You're right. You're right.
You know
you're
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. We actually can keep this in because this is a nice thing that I'm about to say to you. I don't know why we would cut
this
that out. Yeah,
out,
we'll
this
cut this out.
compliment.
This is me being nice. But I just like I saw you and like see how you stepped into that role, and I think it was a little different than what you were doing in the past. And I don't know, kind of like invigorated you. So it wasn't like, yeah, I'm still marketing, but I mean, not that I know anything about what the fuck you do, but it just feels like something that I see you being like a boss bitch in. Like you're like, okay, I've done, it feels like what you were doing fit the age that you were at when you were doing it and the company that you were with, but now it's kind of like you're stepping in and you got your heels on. You're ready to fucking break some necks.
I do feel that way. It's matured.
Well, how are you nourishing your mind, body, and soul? Okay, no, the wellness, we have just a few more. And I'm just trying to like really hone in on like the actual goals that I have instead of just talking randomly. But how are you nourishing your mind, body, and soul? I want to continue cooking. I said this last episode, like I want to bring back grocery stores. Just want to cook meals. I want to feel better about what it is that I'm putting in my body. My like schedule is different, so I'm just making a little off. So I'm just making sure that I'm like prioritizing cooking and being in the kitchen. It's something that I enjoy. So not only does it like feed me and my body, but it's like during that time I feel very in my element. Like I just feel like, you know, my mind's off in a healthy way. It's like what I said, I'm addicted to my passion rather than like my vices. So I'm engaged, and also like it's soul, like to be eating something that you made with your hands. And then kind of what you were saying is even better to be able to like share it with other people at certain times. Like it really does create good like food practices. I also think I want to do, can I say this here? Yeah. I want to do a half marathon. I really enjoy that kind of like structure and goal to have. So I will have ran a half marathon, and way more swimming and outdoor activities, I think. We did good-ish at the beginning of the year, I think, and then kind of
Yeah.
So I will have. I don't know why I'm roping it into it. It's just so much
I
easier
want
to
to
go.
do it too. That's the thing. I went on a bike ride last night. I would not have done that if it wasn't with another person, because it is like so easy to be like, I'd rather just, I mean, I did also do this, watch my show on the couch, but like instead of going on a run or going swimming or something, it's like so easy to just justify why you don't need to do those things.
And then also within this like little there I go again. And this one is continue therapy. I recently have been like making a lot of like strides toward just like, I don't know, deeper conversations, which I feel like I haven't had in therapy for a really long time. So the goal is like by the end of the year to maybe have like worked through some of these like bigger conversations and have like stronger practices for when the moments that I do have these like spiraling, because I know that that's part of my life. So yeah,
That's good. It's funny, I also put cooking on mine. I say I mostly cook at home. I have a yoga and meditation practice, and I'm challenged at work and learn independently. I have been doing some stretching every morning, and I try my therapist has encouraged me to meditate, and I genuinely do notice a difference when I even take like 3 minutes to just. I've been using Headspace, but it like has some quick little intro about like I don't know, being aware, letting go, whatever their little topic is, and I kind of just let that be my theme of the day, and then like take some deep breaths, and then I feel very much like, okay, I'm ready. And when I don't do that, in my mind, the moment I wake up, it just starts going, and I just start thinking of all the things I need to do or want to do, and I can very easily just not take any time for myself. Yeah. And when I have done that in the morning, like I did this morning, and I'm like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, those are my things.
I love that. What foods are you eating? Oh, I love this one. There's just like this theme of like, I want to do things that make me happy and bring me joy and make me feel some type of way, and that's exactly what I want to be putting in my body. Mm-hmm. I also do, with that being said, because I have this like goal to kind of try new things, or like I want to do those classes, and a lot of my goals too, like I don't know if I talked about, but I have this like list of places in San Diego that I want to try. Like I want to go new places. Mm-hmm. I enjoy trying new things and being in a new space. And in order to do that, you have to be open. So in this one, I put also that I've not completed my list, but I've explored new restaurants, bars, happy hours, brunch, whatever, you name it, in San Diego, and have like tried new things that maybe I haven't tried before. Or like that. I love oysters, and like I live right next to the fucking beach. I can't even tell you the last time I had an oyster. Someone was telling me about this happy hour in San Diego where you get like, I forget, something or something for oysters, and I'm like thinking to myself like, that's such like a delicacy that like not a lot of people get to have, and I'm right here. What the fuck am I doing? Like, why? Not that I want to make it a part of my life, but it's like I want to do home cooked meals. I'm not shucking oysters shucking oysters in the kitchen. Like I want to, like if I'm gonna go out and spend money, like I want that to be a little bit more. I will have that more of like a practice.
Yeah,
so
that's good. Well,
are you eating oysters?
I didn't put oysters on mine, but I do think I know the happy hour you're talking about, and we should go. I have been working with a nutritionist this past year, and I have a lot of, in the past, I think I've labeled foods as like good or bad, or like shamed myself because it's like I ate potato chips, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna be nice to myself.
Okay. What you just said.
But the thing she says, I'm like, yeah, that makes total sense. She's like, it's not an all or nothing thing in terms of food. And like, you want to enjoy what you're eating. And if you're craving potato chips, eat a potato chip. But just like, put it on your plate with your other things. It doesn't need to be, and I think that's been my struggle, is that I feel like I'm eating like a bad food, so I need to like sneak it, or like I'm just eating potato chips because this is my like indulgence. But it's like, make a plate of food that you like, add the potato chips on there too, and then enjoy all of it. And I think that is what I am doing. This future Erica that I'm working on is like eating a lot of whole foods that I love, and like cooking meals that I love, and also enjoying like indulging in things too, and not feeling guilt around it or shame, and just be like, yeah, I wanted a treat, so I had a treat. I wanted something salty, I had something salty. And also I had a smoothie because I love those things too. And it's like, not one thing is not necessarily better or worse than the other. It's just the balance of it all.
Yeah, I think that's how I answer, like, how do you stay fit, is balance. Honestly, balance with everything, as well as, like, trying to stay kind to myself. I know that it's an uphill battle, but, again, something that I've, like, practiced and am practicing, that at the end of the year, just continue. I'm hoping that within a year, when I reflect back on this episode, that I feel that because I've been so mindful at practicing balanced eating, balanced workouts or activities where I'm moving, that it becomes a little bit more, it's like second nature and feels, again, like it's not a good workout or a bad workout, a good food or a bad food, or like a good, whatever versus bad. It's just all towards, being more balanced.
Mine is very similar because I think I do the same thing where I'm like training for a marathon, so all I'm doing is running for months on end, and then I actually don't want to run ever again because I'm like, that was too much.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, the balance of I enjoy all these things, so let me do a little bit every day of different stuff.
Yeah. I also randomly incorporate more how do you say it?
Calisthenics?
Yes.
Wow, I love that.
Because I
You're gonna be doing like the flagpole.
oh my God. Yeah, me. My fat ass and titties. Are you kidding? Oh, sorry. I meant
You can do it. That would be awesome.
I just I want to feel strong, and I think you can relate to this. Like, I have grown up I was doing CrossFit when I was 11. I literally was like, what is happening, And I feel connected to my body when I do fitness because it's always been a part of my life, swimming and like doing these like, putting my body in these like really weird and uncomfortable positions. But guess what was not part of that practice? Like, how to just be like softer and kinder and actually take care of like tendons and stretch and things like that. It was just like go, 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 go. So now it's like I feel like I can just swing my legs a little bit and go for a 3-mile run and then go to the gym after, and my knees are like, and I'm like, okay, oops. I'm like, you can't do this. And so I think I have this envision of just kind of like strengthening like the core, and I do really mean my core, but I also just mean like everything just gets a little bit more like shoop, and I feel like that's how you would do it. I can't even say that word.
Calisthenics.
Yeah, I can't even do that.
Did you drop something?
You heard a pencil? You can give it to you. So yeah, I wanted to put that in there.
Love that.
Yeah.
We're on to relationships now. What are your relationships like? Well, the theme of everything is communication. So I communicate with friends, family, my partner. I make plans and I'm present in our time together. I'm dependable, considerate, and patient, and I listen without judging.
Oh my God, that was so wholesome. Mine are not like that.
That's okay.
What are my relationships like? I also agree with communication, but I think that there are aspects in my life where communication is really good, like my family, and I want to continue with that. But I think I am going to make sure that I make time to go see them. I think presence and like having like space with them is important. But where communication lacks is, I think, friendships. Like right now, I think I have about 30 unopened messages from people because I just am like, I see it and I respond in my head and then I move. I don't know. I'm not the best friend, but I'm practicing, and communication is where I can.
That's true.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So that's where I see communication, but I think that while last year a theme was like, I have 100 pennies and I like my 100 pennies. Now I'm like, I want my 4 quarters back. and that's that.
Yeah.
Those are my relationships.
Yeah, I think that's great. And the next one is asking how often do you see friends? And I guess because I was being so specific in this journal prompt, I was like, once a week I see a friend. But then I was like, well, I text and call people I'm thinking of. And I also said we travel and work out together. Because I feel like those are like the best friends that you can be like, let's go on a run. Or like, do you want to go to Miami? That is fun.
Yeah, how often do you see your friends? This is hard for me because it's like, I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know that you need to have like a specific number. I think this is more of just like keeping community, because it's like very much been studied how important community is for health and longevity and just happiness. And so as much as you can be like, what did they said this in what we said, like self-care too close to the sun. Like you just invest so much of your time and attention into like improving yourself, doing all these things that like fill your cup, that then it's like, well, you've forgotten about all these people that like love and support you and could have been on this journey with you. I feel like this is more of just like, remember, you have people in your life that you want to keep relationships with.
Yeah. I think mine is like I respond in a timely manner, or I reach out when they're on my mind instead of just like, oh, that's a fleeting thought. Mm-hmm. So I'll use that as my answer. Personal life. What are your kind of goals that you're working towards? Oh, this is tough. So many. I think the goals that I am working towards are, I don't know, I see like all of these are my goals. Like all of the things that I'm trying to accomplish within this year are goals of mine. And I think that that makes me feel better when I have them and then I achieve them. But I also think just this mindset that I'm trying to practice and let go of some of these like walls that I've built up that make me not like the best version of myself. So just kind of like tearing those down in a healthy way. I think also just like, yeah, like I said, everything that I'm saying in here, like the half marathon, swimming more, talking with my family, going on these trips that I really want to go to, and then also stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit and practicing doing new things. Yeah.
I think that's so good. I feel a little scared to say mine. Mine all kind of revolve around things we've already talked about, like paying off my condo, building up a savings, developing skills and routines to strengthen my relationships. I also have very much been like, we've talked about having kids on the podcast before, but I feel as I continue to get older that it's something I think that I want. And so in that, I'm very cognizant of like, what am I doing now that I like, is this how I would want to be an example to like my child?
Oh my God. That's crazy.
I know that's a little like, I don't know. I'm not ready to have a kid right this second. I think that
But that's how you're like, your mindset shifts, I guess. Oh my gosh, that is so scary.
I know. So things like communication or body shaming or food shaming or things that I still actively do, that's where I'm like, we gotta nip this in the bud or whatever the phrase is, because
Totally.
I don't want to pass that on to anyone else.
Honestly, that's a good way to do
Motivator?
it. Yeah, it's a good motivator. If that's like
Yeah.
something that you know that you want, it's like, well, shit, get it together. What are your boundaries, habits, and values? This is so much, but I'm just kind of like looking at some of the things that I wrote in my thing. I think a lot of my boundaries have to do with relationships. So there are some like personal ones that I've been thinking of and that I've like talked with my therapist about, because I just have this tendency, like I can be a very closed off person, which is great because I think it helps me, like it saves me in some instances, and also allows me, like the friends that I do have in my life are like ride or die basically, because you've wormed your way in. But then I have this tendency to like quite literally just open up the door for this like attention, because I think attention equals love sometimes. And so a lot of my boundaries have to do with like more romantic relationships and just my mindset. But I think that also kind of mirrors the boundary that I have with myself, and with everything that I've like listed off today and that I have written down, is like my boundary is like, one is like listening to, I mean, it's like the theme that we've talked about is like listening to my mind and my body, is like, is this something that is bringing me joy and happiness now? Like, do I feel comfortable now? But also like, is this kind of like the kids thing, but it's like, does whatever's happening right now fit the version that I'm thinking of when I'm doing this activity? And if it doesn't, then that's got to go.
Yeah.
But some other ones that I want to do is, which we've talked about before, is it's silly, but it's like something that I want to do is I want to wash my face every single night. Like I have to say it. It sounds so stupid, but it's like that. There are times that I don't do that, or like I just go like this, and I'm just like, that's good. Like I can't be doing that anymore. No,
Yeah.
no. This at 30 years old, no, no, ma'am. Habits and values. Habit, that's the same. My value is like myself. Like I really just am feeling this change, and I want to carry that throughout the year as well as like forever.
Yeah.
Of just I value myself, and I think I've been putting me in the back seat thinking that all of these other things outside of my life will give me value, but like I have the value, so I have to see it and sit in it and feel it, and then all of these other things will come to me and whatever. So I have to remember that, and I will remember that, and yeah.
That's so good. I have said a lot of similar things. I just put that I protect my sleep. I feel like sometimes I like stay out just too late or do something that I'm like, I know if I just went home like an hour earlier, I would be a lot happier. So I protect my sleep, health, and energy. I don't accept disrespect. I, in the past, can very easily justify why someone did something to me. When someone disrespects people I care about, I'm like, you're dead.
Just
But
literally. To me, I'm like, all right.
I'm like, there's a reason. They were hurt. They
Yeah.
did it. No, I don't accept it.
His mom didn't love him as a child. Bitch, get the fuck out of here.
I ask for what I want and need, which I have been doing this. Got my full. We don't need to talk about it. I value adventure, connection, dependability, creativity, knowledge, loyalty, nature, patience, self-discipline, and travel.
Damn. I love that.
That's mine. Okay. The last one, y'all.
Last one, community. What kinds of community are you a part of? I had a really hard time writing this.
Same. This was probably the most difficult one for me.
In my life audit that I was doing, it talked about your connections, helping others in local events. So I said practice smiling more, being open to meeting new people, maintaining current connections by listening to understand and following up. So the communities that I am a part of, like I think of you are the 5 people that you surround yourself or that you spend the most time with, and I'm trying to keep that in mind. And then it said like helping others, practice being open, having like an open energy. So when I am like stepping in to any space, really just like how am I like closed off or am I open, you know? And then it says local events, concert meetups, and farmers markets. I think all of that will help my community and be a part of the community that I build within myself. I think that there is also a large sliver of me and my life pie that is like the larger community, like the us in all of it. And I think really the only thing I have to say to that is stay informed and stay vocal. And like I will always do that. And I think before I haven't, and just as like time goes on and hopefully in a year from now I will be still just as informed, if not more, and more vocal about it. I think nowadays like I don't know, I'm walking into not even like I am vocal about it because I want to know what other people feel, so I know whether or not we're gonna vibe.
Yeah, it's important. I think those are all really good. I think for myself, like I'm a part of the Elder Help volunteer organization. Like I have the ability to coach, and I think sometimes in my mind I'm like, unless I'm doing that regularly, I'm not a part of it. But I don't think that that's true. And I get emails for like, so-and-so needs help changing the batteries in their smoke detector, and it's like, that's a one-off thing I can do, and that's great, and I still feel like I'm helping people. I don't need to, right now in this time of my life, I don't have the capacity to like go take someone grocery shopping every week, and that's okay. And I think that coaching, like different things that I enjoy, like triathlons and stuff, like I ebb and flow in those communities, but I'm glad that I have parts of them.
And then helping others.
And then helping others, coaching, managing, volunteering.
All the things.
All the things.
Strawberries. I loved it. Yours
good.
were very more concise than mine were, but I still feel like you guys got the gist.
Yeah, I feel like it was a good balance of different ways you can approach it. And we can post this little life value, whatever this thing was called. It looks like our battery's about to die at any second, so we're gonna wrap this up.
But like thinking, I'm like in the community, and I'm helping others, and I'm practicing, and I love you. Okay, bye.
Okay, y'all. Like, subscribe, follow us for podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.